I automatically judge religious people as less intelligent. There are many reasons for this, but to be an adult and still be religious in my opinion shows lack of critical thinking skills and the need to be told how to live and what to think. Truly intelligent people question everything and can justify their views. Many Eastern philosophies urge you to question everything. There is a fine line between keeping an open mind and being rigid in logic. I'll take it as a sign they have a collection of specific beliefs that are not science-based. Anything more than that is case by case. But at the end of the day, having unscientific, stupid, self-affirming beliefs that get you through life is something we all do. That's not inherent to religiosity. It's just a potent example. Don't pretend like us non-religious people are especially aware or different or distinct. I've seen intelligent religious people and asked them about it. The gist of what they tell me is that they've bifurcated their brain into a logical and illogical, or, as some call it, spiritual sides. They obviously enjoy what religion is giving them, so they don't feel any need to reconcile the two. I'm from the Northeast and used to judge anyone with a Southern twang accent as less intelligent. It was a stereotype I got over. I think people who judge people who have different beliefs than them, and who think they're superior to others in regards to those beliefs should check themselves. I'm not religious, but I certainly understand that I know nothing, and that other people may know more than I do, or at least have something to teach me. I think automatically judging people's intelligence for their religious beliefs is unintelligent. Our Reddit moment. Cool. Can you use some of those critical thinking skills you have to justify your views and explain exactly how religious views correlate with level of intelligence? I personally find someone who posts looking for a hookup for sex on Reddit shows a lack of critical thinking skills. LMAO. Get a grip. I think your last sentence is true, which does not work in your favor. I think they are lucky to have hope in their lives. I live a miserable existence. Ironic. I'd say that your mentality is way worse. Religion is not mutually exclusive to critical thinking. I automatically judge you as less intelligent and I'm atheist. I think you actually refuse to understand the concept of religion and are ignorant towards learning both its concepts and applications and then running with your superiority complex to the bank. I understand disagreeing, but why judge? All of your reasoning is based on two things: one, your own insecurities, two, bigotry. That's simple. Less intelligent people comes in all forms whether you're religious or not. I think being prejudiced will get you more into trouble with people than not being prejudiced. People who are prejudiced tend to be closed-minded, small-minded. Also, flaunting intellectual superiority does not make you intellectually superior, but it does make you look toxic. Just a bit of advice. I've known religious people for 60 years. They're either mentally ill, irretrievably stupid, or brainwashed. Normal, intelligent people don't believe in an invisible, magical sky fairy who sees all and loves you, but needs your money. Fucking idiots. Same here. And the more extreme, the less intelligent they are. Sometimes it's just nice to think someone is looking out. Sure, yeah, I could go, oh, my natural instinct somehow warned me there's be a deadly crash on that highway 3 hours into my trip, or I could just go with God let me know that was a bad route. Either way, I ended up on the highway with less traffic and no accidents. Maybe it was pure happenstance to get a $100 ticket and be delayed just enough to miss the drunk driver who flipped his pickup right where I'd have been. Or maybe God just decided they'd rather have me pay $100 than die quite yet. What's your definition of religious? Some Catholics Jews, Muslims, etc., are more religious than others in their group. I'm not saying anyone is right or wrong on here, but for me, I was raised as strict Catholic from strict Catholic parents' schools. I always thought it was way too weird, never understood any of it. Now I'm way older, I don't agree with anything has to do with a God. Not even a bit. Feel cheated out of a different upbringing that everything was about God. My young grandchild asked me, why is there a man on a stick with no clothes on? I was shocked. You see, I just assumed she knew about God and the cross. I didn't know what to say to her. Took the cross down. End of discussion. I don't judge them as less intelligent because there are objectively very smart people who are religious. I do, however, judge them as gullible. I don't believe that religion necessarily correlated with one's level of intelligence. But I have questioned the emotional intelligence and mental capacity of those who believe a loving God, who wants us to love each other and help one another, would want someone to sacrifice their only child. That's where the Bible gets kinda weird. As an agnostic, I think your opinion is way too devoid of open-mindedness. I've met plenty of religious people who were clearly capable of critical thinking. And just as many atheistic bozos. I can see the reason behind that. There is something odd about just accepting something as truth just because. Well, if you were correct, then there wouldn't be such a disproportionate amount of Jewish doctors, lawyers, investment bankers, etc. I judge religious people as more easily influenced and persuaded, and with the ability to suspend critical thinking skills. If you thought critically about religion and all the contradictions it would create, so much cognitive dissonance, such as how the Jesus in the Bible says rich people cannot get into heaven, yet the church is the wealthiest landowner on the planet. In that way, I see very religious people as dangerous because they support things fully without evidence and don't use logic. That doesn't mean they're not intelligent. Some very crafty people wield religion for power. Actually, I'll admit I'm jealous of them. I wish I was capable of just blindly believing in something that doesn't exist, with no evidence, no proof, and just thinking everything will be okay. God says so whenever bad shit happens to me. I wish that God brought me comfort like it does these people. I'm so fucking jealous of that. There's a lot of ways to reply to this, but I think it can best be succinct with this: you sound very dumb. I feel the same way, but it could partly stem from Catholicism being forced on me when I was younger, which I hated. It's definitely hard to respect grown adults who play make-believe with their and other people's lives. I used to be atheist until I experienced things I couldn't explain. And with that reasoning, I opted to believe in the existence of spirits and a higher power because I think there's a science behind it too. I don't believe in magic. I just think we haven't found the scientific explanation for it yet. I get where you're coming from though. But I think it's also a sign of intelligence to appreciate the fact we don't know for sure it is not real too. As you should. And a lot of religious people tend to think it's stupid to not have faith in anything at all. To think you, as a human, were just placed here in this life to just simply be here. Truly intelligent people also say on television that men can be women in today's day and age. It also fascinates me the massive hate for one religion, which is Christianity, which a lot of people have never even actually been confronted with their own rebuttals. There is a social aspect of organized religions that is of benefit to many. It's the truth. Haha, this is why I love Reddit sometimes. Truly funny. Ignore these theist people, I agree with you.